On the ice,
and now
Japan,
a performance that I'm incredibly excited to see. Skate Canada last week for Yuna AOKI helped her to garner even more fans. This choreography by Alexander Johnson and Chelsea Thedinga, a dancer, choreographer and movement director in New York City, have combined to make a sublime piece of work as Yuna AOKI skates to La La Land. Lutz to open, under review. Already the knowledgeable crowd recognizing some of the brilliance of these transitions to the music.
Here's to the ones who dream, foolish as they may seem. Here's to the hearts that ache. Here's to the mess we make. She told me a bit of madness is key.
Her big combo of double axel or their triple flip, yet again though potentially under review for rotation by the panel. She is just an absolute joy to watch. Yuna AOKI from Japan. And of course the Japanese fans are standing. But I suspect she would ignite an audience anywhere in the world to their feet thanks to the incredible presentation that she has. Technically, the jumps will understandably be under review, but from a judge's perspective, I so hope that the judging panel here reward the composition. There are 3 program component scores: composition, presentation, and skating skills. Often the judges will hook their scores on the skating skills, and admittedly, Yuna Aoki is not as fast with as much glide as others in terms of skating skills, but when it comes to composition and presentation, she's mesmeric. Composition pertains to how the program is built in relation to the music, and I don't think there are many, if any, programs this year that are as accurate a reflection of choreography to reflect the musical phrase and form. And as I said, she's working with a dancer, Chelsea, who was in La La Land as a dancer who appeared in the movie, so the perfect influence to help steer her choreographically. That said, when we look at the jumping passes, takeoff edge was good. Actually, no, Triple Lutz has gone in with a Q mark of rotation, so it will have a negative grade of execution despite the landing, but it's these moments here that make Yuna Aoki stand out. Even the flourish of her right hand on point in the music in the camel up feature. She changes edge for another feature within that. Let's look at landings. Just not efficient in assuming rotational position compared to others. And that triple flip, double toe, that has a Q mark. So the severity of the rotational calls, not perhaps as bad as it otherwise could have been. But here, just wonder and marvel at her body in performance. Another factor the judges have to consider when those composition marks are input is multi-dimensional movements and use of space, and Yuna does a wondrous example of that as well. And I think we extend our gratitude to her for pushing through the summer off-season to return to competition this year.
The score, please.
She had 118 last week, just a week ago in Saskatoon. It was 126.59 indeed. That is, by a whisker, a new ISU personal best score in the free skating.
The total score for Yuna
Some redemption from
Aoki
a less than stellar short program, but
She's
appreciation for the
currently
incredible
in first place.
choreography of Yuna Aoki.